Joshua's. Nope. Yeah, it's got to be Bradford. Price. Oh, no. No Campos. Golly. The people I really need to talk to on here. Okay. Well, we'll do the best we can. We are live. And admitting everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Municipal Court for the City of Temple. There are just a couple people still having their audio get connected, so I'll repeat myself. I do welcome everybody to court this morning. I did want to let Mr. Price, John Price, if you could unmute. If you'll unmute, and I'll just let you know. I'm Judge Person, and good morning. I'll make some quick announcements. We have a short docket today. We just don't have a lot of people signed up for today. Okay, Mr. Price, good morning. Can you hear me? Ms. Rice, can you hear me? Thank you. Okay. Mr. Price, so I asked you to unmute so that I could just let you know the prosecution reviewed your case. Can you hear me? Thumbs up. Are you able to hear me? We're good if you can hear me. The prosecutor dismissed your case, so you're actually good to go. Okay. So I'm going to let you go, Mr. Price, and we'll email your dismissal to the address or the email that we have on file. Do you understand? Can you give me a thumbs up? He's working on it. Sound is on, but he's not able to hear. So I'm just going to text him real quickly and let him know.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
No, my speakers wouldn't work. I had to go into my audio. It tested fine, but when I got to Zoom, it wouldn't work, of course.
Okay, well, don't fret, Mr. Price. What I want to let you know is that your case was dismissed earlier by the prosecution, so you're good to go. You don't need to be in the meeting. We will email that to the email that we used to set up the meeting today, okay?
Great. Thank you so much. We'll remember next time.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And so I do just want to let Ms. Rice know, you do have two folks here for your docket. I just have one person. I think I'm going to go ahead and open the meeting, your meeting, and let us get started. I think it would take longer to do all my lengthy announcements before that I often do. I think it would wind up taking longer. But I do want to let you know just a few things. There are 4 options for dismissing a ticket. They are, if you have something that can be brought up to date and dismissed, that's called a compliance dismissal. If you want to do a driver safety course option, I can explain to you that you would save money and keep it off the record. If you want to do a deferred disposition, which is a way to gain a dismissal without having it go on your record, you need to ask for that. Just use the word to me today. Say, I would like a deferral if you didn't do it on your form already. And then teen court, which I don't think we need to address today at all because I don't have anyone in high school on my docket. Okay, Ms. Rice, your first person is Mr. Goetz. He can let us know. Brent Goetz, how do I say your name the best way?
Oh, Goetz.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You're going to receive an invitation to go to a meeting. It's a breakout room. It's our pretrial meeting room. Okay. And when you have that conversation with Ms. Rice, who's on the screen right now, she does represent the state of Texas. She is here to try to see if there's a middle ground that could be reached or not. If not, that's okay. We're scheduled for your next meeting, but I want you to come back in to this group before you leave the meeting fully, just for me to know what's going on, and also to have a few comments and suggestions to you when you come back in. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Farmer, you're next on that docket, but I'm going to talk to, I believe, Joshua Bradford. Mr. Bradford, is that you? Go ahead and unmute and let me know I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Let me give you a recap. I read everything you gave the court. The recap I have, and I didn't, let me ask the clerk a quick question.
Yes.
On your speeding charge, you have a driver safety course due on the 10th, which is later this week. And
Yes, ma'am.
your driving record, are you going to hit that target?
No, ma'am. Unfortunately, no, I'm not.
Tell me what's going on. I did see minimum income. I've got some questions about community service versus payment, but on the speeding charge, or just generally if it's affecting everything, let me know what's going on in terms of getting that done.
Yes, ma'am. For the last 6 months, my daughter's been living with me. I have changed to a custodial parent.
Okay.
I'm still losing half of my benefits. I'm on Social Security benefits, and I'm losing half of it to child support. I've reached out to the Texas Attorney General asking for my full pay. So I'm only receiving $600 a month.
I saw that. Yeah.
And taking care of a kid with $600 a month is not a lot of money.
Yeah. Like a real struggle. Have you been able to get food stamps?
No, ma'am.
I know people don't want to do that, but you're the person who should, at least
Yes,
for now.
ma'am. They say I make too much money because they count it pre-deductions before deductions are taken out. So
Before they take 50% out.
yes,
and
ma'am.
because you're not technically the custodial parent yet, you haven't done all the legal paperwork.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
got through the AG's office. I understand they're very backed up. And hopefully it'll back up and recalibrate once you get there. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I wondered how you were making ends meet. The other thing is you proposed a $25 payment each month, but what I could do, there's a couple of options I have available. Okay, I can certainly do the $25 and I can maybe even do reductions. I also can order community service. You're on disability, I think. And so yes. I also need to take into account what's going on with that. So what you do if we order community service is we put that in place. I give you a pretty long deadline, about 60 days. And then we just check and see, you check in with your doctor. If your doctor says you can do the community service, then we start working on you get it done, you get it turned in, or you ask for more time if you need it.
Yes,
if the doctor says you can't do it, the doctor needs to put that in writing. And I take that into account and either waive all or something. Okay. So I can go ahead and take that step today and order community service. This is on your expired motor vehicle charge, which you have pleaded no contest to, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I thought I had that right. And then we can see what happens with that. I can add your speeding charge into that. I could also give you a couple of more weeks. I know the issue is probably paying for that paying for that course.
Yes, ma'am.
And record. It's cheaper if you do that and it keeps it off your record. But if we just want to convert it on over and add it to community service, it would be a conviction. But then there'd be this other method for taking care of the financial part of it. In the driver's safety course scenario, I can't order community service for the fees, which you've already paid. And I'm not able to waive like classes and stuff.
Yes, ma'am. That sounds really good. Thank you.
You want me to go ahead and enter that conviction and move forward with you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm really struggling and really thank you so much.
Okay, let's see. And so I'm going to enter a conviction on the speeding. I'm going to enter a conviction on the registration, which is not a moving violation. And
Yes, ma'am.
so it doesn't really, it won't impact your record. And it turns into a total of 14 hours of community service.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's going to be due, I'm going to say right now, March 8th
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
due date. If you can get it done, you just get it done and turned in. If you can't get it done, you come get an extension. If it's a doctor's note, get me that as soon as possible so I can make adjustments as appropriate. Does that make
Yes, ma'am.
sense? Okay.
Yes,
Now, I didn't look. Are you in the local area? Yes.
yes, ma'am.
The best option is to come by and pick up your community service paperwork because it's a fairly big packet of stuff and you need to sign off on it. And that's, scanning and signing isn't everybody's thing. So if you want, or can you come by this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we'll just have it at the front desk for you probably in the next 30 minutes.
Okay, awesome.
And you'll sign for it. And then just keep in mind your timetables.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to your trusted physician and, let me know if there's a problem getting it done on time so that we don't get a warrant for it. Okay. Because that
Yes,
due
ma'am.
date with courts, because I'm just saying this because you've missed a court date before. With court dates, it's a no later than timeframe. And after that point, you're subject to warrant, which is actually, I really don't want to do that on Class C offenses, but
Yes, ma'am.
so for some people, that's the only way to get their attention, but it doesn't need, people, it's human nature. People go, I don't know what to do. So they just don't do anything, or they put their head down and hope that it's just going to get better. And with a court like this one, it gets worse.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if you can't get it done just for any reason, stop by the clerk's desk, leave me a note, follow up and make sure you see what I did or didn't do for you. And just check on it till it's over. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions, Mr. Bradford?
No, ma'am. You answered them all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You take care and just keep pushing on that AG's office to change
Thank you.
that.
I will.
If y'all are agreed, it's a matter of going there and y'all can fill in paperwork and change that. If
Yes,
you're not
ma'am.
agreed, it gets a little tricky. I can't remember where you got to go to do that, but they will. The AG will tell you what they can and can't do. But
Yes,
it is a matter of pushing for that court date and getting it done. So best of luck to you. Okay.
thank you, ma'am.
And to your daughter.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Farmer, we'll be with you shortly. I know you're waiting for Miss Rice, okay? All right. I'm just gonna look at paperwork while we're sitting here. Thank you, Miss Rice. Looking for Mr. Goats. Let me see if trying to move him back into the main session. It says I can move him, but it doesn't
there
really.
is.
There we go. So, Ms. Rice, are we moving to resolution or to trial?
We've reached a resolution, Your Honor. Mr. Goetz has sorry, I mispronounced that. He provided proof of registration, so state's going to request the court to dismiss, and I'll send that after pretrial here today.
Okay, is it on the state's motion or is it a compliance?
It'll be a state's motion, Your Honor, because I don't think he actually complies with the state compliance dismissal, because he did get it a few days after that period.
Okay, all right. We'll look for that. And Mr. Goetz, we'll use the email that you provided that we set the meeting up on today to send you a copy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. You're good to go.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You'll get that in the email, okay?
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your help. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Mr. Farmer, you're moving forward. And again, just come back in this meeting at the end.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Altasan. I'm waiting for your audio to connect. Great. Hi, good morning. If you can unmute for a moment. Morning. You're a little late, but actually the prosecutor who you're here to meet with today is in a breakout room with the person that was just before you. So frankly, ordinarily I get a little tossy with you about this, but being late, but you're next. So that'll work out just fine. Okay, so just hold on and wait. You're going to be meeting with the city's prosecutor. She represents the state of Texas in the matter before the court, the speeding charge, and we're just waiting for her to complete the person that was right ahead of you, okay?
Okay, actually, I wanted to clarify. My appointment is at 9. I'm not late actually to this. I mean,
Well, it's 9:22 in Texas. I don't know where you are, but you were driving in Texas when you got the ticket. So that's the time we're gonna.
that's correct. But I'm logged in since 9 a.m. So the host in your court did not log me in.
I let everybody in at 9:10, and you weren't in
Okay.
that group. I admitted all the people that were pending at 9:10.
I can show you the screenshot of my.
Yeah, I'm not going to debate it with you unless you want to come to court and have that debate, sir. I can kick you out of the meeting, or you can wait your turn. What do you want to do? I think you want to wait your turn. I'm the judge of the
Okay.
court. I don't think you need to argue with me when I'm allowing.
I'm not
you.
trying to.
We're done. Not talking to you about the time. I know what happened and it's recorded. Goodness. Anyway, I'm doing paperwork until your turn. If you don't want your turn, you can log out. Is he on down? Great. Do you remember a student think it's Kaylee Williams. I'm doing recommendations for her. Yeah, that's what I thought. And yeah, she's trying to go to law school eventually. And she's, I think, an extremely good student. She has some pretty high-level schools she's applying to. So excited for her. Yeah, yeah, that's why it kind of surprised me. Mhm. That mobility master plan meeting is probably a good one to attend for the city. Okay, Ms. Rice, you and Mr. Farmer can both unmute. And okay, Ms. Rice,
Yes.
I know. Yes. I know.
I'm sorry. That was my son. I apologize.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Ms. Rice, where are we on there are two cases on these matters.
Mr. Farmer and I have reached a resolution. The state's requesting to do a plea agreement of dismissing the 2016 charge in exchange for a plea of no contest on the 2021 charge. And I don't think Mr. Farmer can make payment today, but he did say he had a financial affidavit filed with the court.
He did. I'll work with him on that. And Mr. Altassan is here and ready to move forward with his case. Mr. Altassan, a meeting request coming over to you. When you're finished talking to Ms. Rice, who is the state's prosecutor, you'll come back into this meeting at the end. Okay, Mr. Farmer, I know you're muted because you have children in the background. That's fine. Give me a moment. I want to look at your financial situation, and then I'll have you come back on, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So your spouse or partner is working at Griffin House?
Correct.
Okay, and that's Morgan?
Yes.
And y'all have a rent of $2,000 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
It seems very high.
It is. We came from Austin and moved into a bigger house. We're actually in too big of a house, but yes, our rent's currently $2,000 a month.
Okay. And right now you don't have income and you have kids.
Yes, I'm not
Okay.
working. My wife is. It's definitely a big change.
Yes. 3 small children at home, all of them, right?
We have 2 at home right now, and 1 is actually at school in kindergarten.
Okay. Are y'all receiving any assistance like food stamps or disability?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I think that what I'm going to say is, do you have anyone who can watch your children while I authorize community service?
Not that I'm aware of. My wife, so we moved up to Temple. All of our family is in Austin. And the family that we have up here is hang on, buddy, is who my wife works with. So
It would be 8 hours. I could give you 2 months to do it. And then if you needed more time, I can give you more time. Community service is available at all different times of the day and throughout the week. Monday through Sunday. It just kind of depends on the place. I accept community service from any nonprofit organization. And that's by far, one of the easier things to do. I could also give you the $25 a month you requested, but honestly, looking at your bills and expenses that you and your family have, I don't see a way to do that credibly. I mean, y'all are in the minus always. And so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to embarrass you. There's no one listening that, should be concerned about it, but I can order community service and work with you on it.
I can, Parker, buddy, please pause that. I am talking right now. Give me just a second, big guy, okay? I'm sorry. I can try to find someone that would be able to watch our kids. I'm not sure what that would look like and if that would.
Does your wife work 7 days a week?
She works 6 days a week, and she just now enrolled in school to get her bachelor's degree done. So essentially, she is going to be working every day.
So you can do the community service here or in Austin.
Okay.
If you have family down there, you can do it down there. You can do it. It's 8 hours, and I'm giving you 2 months to do it. Are you wanting to do that, or do you want to pay?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that last part?
Do you want to do that, or do you want a payment?
I would rather do the payment plan if that's
Okay.
available.
I'm gonna order $20 a month When is the day that you can do that?
When is the day that, like every month that I can pay?
Yes.
The first is fine.
Okay. Can you make a payment today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What time can we look for you to come by the court, sign your payment arrangement, and do a first payment?
I would have to get with my wife. Do you mind if I pause the screen and text my wife real quick?
Sure.
Okay, just a second. Is it possible to come by in the morning to sign them? Or would I need to come in today?
Really, we're supposed to do it today.
Okay,
Your
okay.
kids I mean, you're just going to be in the lobby.
Okay, so it's not a problem for them to go with me?
No.
Okay, well then, as soon as we are finished here, I can drive down. I think the drive's like 15 minutes for me.
You don't need to hurry.
Okay, I'll just have to go get the credit card for my wife, and then I'll come down there and bring them in and stuff.
We'll give you a spell out of the payout that you're going to do.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there anything else that I need to do?
No, sir.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Is your computer running insane? Yeah, we need that one and that one. And this updated. I'm sure his needs it. Because, we don't do this. With Lisa working the jail docket a little bit, looking at the jail docket, we are clearing.
Yeah.
I get 10 of those a day. Lots of people that don't show up because they're in the jail. It's really helpful. Really helpful. I hope we can continue to do that. I know with Danielle leaving. And, well, Zena's back, so that was good. How is she doing? Good. She was really worrisome. What's going on with her? Poor thing. She's going to be on I'm glad that's not the case. Okay, Ms. Rice, Mr. Alderson, first, Ms. Rice, could you tell me where we are with this charge?
We've reached a resolution, Your Honor, states requesting to do a deferral, and the defendant can pay that all in full today,
Okay,
and no additional conditions.
Okay, do you have any objection to me lowering the timetable from 120 days to 90 days?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't catch that. Can you say it again?
Do you have any objection to me lowering the time frame from 120 days to 90 days?
Oh, no, Your Honor, that's perfect.
Okay. Mr. Altasan, your final date for this deferral order, if you know how it works, the end date is April 7th at this point. We will email that to you. If you have a way to print that, sign it, and email it back to us. Can you do that this morning?
Yes, I can. I
Okay.
can do that, Your Honor.
Okay. And then once you send that to us, you might want to call and make sure we received it, or else we'll reply that we received it. And that means then at that point, once you email it back to us, you can go ahead and go online to the court's website and make payment there, or you can swing by and make payment here if you would prefer.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Just to clarify, I'm gonna receive an email, sign a form, print it, sign it, email it back. Then I will receive an online link to
No,
submit the
You will
payment.
not receive an online link. You will need to go to the court's website, Temple Municipal Court, Temple, Texas, and you can make payment on the
And the deferred, the end of day of the deferred adjudication period, deferred disposition period is April 7th, you said,
website.
Your Honor?
It runs from today till April 7th. It will say it on your document.
Thank you so much. Okay, understood.
Okay. All right. We will send that to you. I'm just signing it now, so that should be heading your way shortly. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Altasan?
No, thank you.
Thank you. You're good to go. Ms. Rice, do you have anything else you need to bring to the court's attention?
Yeah, I did have a question about Mr. Farmer. Do I need to send a dismissal for his plea agreements?
I think we need to get one from you because it's on your motion.
Yes, okay, then I will go ahead and do that for both him and for Mr. Coates.